All right, so let's kick it off. Let's talk about Maddie Healy and Taylor Swift. So, as we know, she has been. It went from rumors to now it's like it's just undeniable. They're dating, they're
Oh, yeah.
together. And what I love the most about this is so we've seen that Maddie Healy was actually supporting her on her tour. On she's currently on tour for the Eras tour, and we know that her parents were recently with her, and he was just spotted with her dad watching the show. How do you feel about
Mhm.
Maddie, especially since it seems like you are a longtime Taylor Swift stan? For me, like I've always enjoyed her. I've always had so much respect for her. All of my friends were huge Taylor Swift fans growing up, so I know a lot of information about her just by having been friends with other people that are obsessed with her.
Yeah.
So, what are you
Mhm.
thinking about these two? About their pace? Are they moving too swiftly? See what I did there? Like, comment, let me know.
Oh, I
Talk to
like
me about that.
it. Yes, I'm a total Swiftie. I'm going to the Eras tour in August, her very
Aw.
last stop. So very looking forward to that,
Oh.
and see if we'll have any Matt Healy sightings. We'll see by August
Mhm.
where they stand. And to be really honest with you, I had no idea who this guy was before this Taylor Swift rumor. So I'm now all of a sudden learning a lot about him. And to be honest, I'm not super excited about what I've been learning about him as an individual. And so it's for me, it's been a tough one to swallow. And I personally am hoping he's just a rebound because I think Taylor Swift can do better. That's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. Also, we are live, so if there's anybody out there that has any opinion, please chime in, please comment, let us know because we will put your comment up on the screen and we will talk about it. So please feel free to chime in. We'd love it when you guys do that. I've heard a lot of rumors about him as well that are a little bit inappropriate, so I'm not really sure exactly if they're rumors, if they're true, if he's a re-established man now and that was in the past. Like I'm not exactly sure what to believe in terms of all that. I know of the 1975. I like a couple songs by them, but I didn't even realize that he was the singer for the band. I just knew of the band. I've never like looked up a
Hmm.
music video or anything. You just hear it pop up on the indie alternative side of Spotify. So I don't know. I feel like they're just so quick. That's my concern. She got out of a 6-year relationship and then she's just in a brand new one with this guy. And what we do know about him, it doesn't seem like anybody's impressed. They did have a fling 10 years ago. So
Hmm.
I don't know. Maybe this is better timing now. What are your thoughts in terms of that?
Yeah, maybe that also has to do with them kind of moving a little quicker, is because they did have some type of foundation back in 2016 when they were rumored to have been kind of dating casually. So they're able to kind of move faster that way.
Mhm.
I don't think by the time I'm at Eras tour, I think he'll be old news. I have to think of that
Yeah.
just because I just think so highly of Taylor Swift, and everyone needs a rebound guy, and if it's this guy, go for it. But I'm still holding out for Harry. I want another Harry Styles Taylor Swift moment. And
Wow, that
I
would be
think that would
great.
be iconic, especially like with 1989 coming out when we know it is such a Harry Styles. I mean, it's rumored to be about him. So
Mhm.
I'm still waiting for that pop culture moment, and I have not. They aren't getting married. I see it to be short lived. Maybe I'm hopeful of that.
Well, and correct me if I'm wrong with Joe. I know that he's an actor and he's from the UK, right? So was she even
Harry.
doing or not Harry from Joe from the she was in the relationship
Oh,
with
Joe
Joe for
Alwyn.
6
Oh,
years.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So and her coming off of that. So there were elements, of course, especially just given the career path that they both have. They weren't together like a normal couple. They're going to spend periods of time apart. So I guess even if she might just even be dating Matt, like you said, as a rebound, as a fling. It's somebody who's in the same space as her. And, I mean, she's more popular than the 1975. So maybe it's just more or less like she's just going to him because he's familiar and it's a breath of fresh air in
Mhm.
comparison to what she's dealt with for the past 6 years. I don't know.
It's giving
That's it.
towards the end of her relationship with Calvin Harris and the very
Mhm.
quick move to Tom Hiddleston that lasted for like a couple weeks. It's giving that
I
kind
remember
of
that.
unhinged behavior, which I love it when Taylor Swift is messy. I do. It's just what I've seen from Matt Healy specifically is a little over the line for me personally to support.
I agree. Also, one of the things that I wanted to point out too is the fact that here's the part where I'm a little concerned because of the pace, because of him being kind of questionable from what we know. The parents are getting involved. They're hanging out too. I'm like, ooh, I don't take anybody around my parents unless I would 100% be like, yes, this is a potential suitor. Here you go. You know, I don't know. What do you think
True.
about
Yeah,
that
I mean
part?
the fact that he's been at almost every Eras tour since kind of it's came out. They seem to
Mhm,
have the support of her parents, but I also feel like, Taylor Swift's an adult woman and feel like her parents are going to support her and her choices.
mhm.
So I don't think it means too much that I
Probably
don't
not.
know. I don't to me. Yeah.
Mhm. They're probably just like, hey, Mister, right now, come here. We're good. Let's have fun. You know,
I
I
love
doubt that
that.
they're probably used to it at this point just because of the nature of her caliber and of her job. But yeah, I think that it's definitely an interesting situation. I wasn't expecting to be seeing anything quite like that. I also thought that we'd be hearing a lot more like rumors. Allegedly, even somebody was walking up to him at the Eras tour in an article that I was reading, and they straight up asked, they're like, "Are you guys dating?" And he didn't even like beat around the bush. He was like, "Yes." Here's another thought. This is another thought that just came in. Is this more of a healthy relationship putting this in the public as opposed to Joe Alwyn being so secretive or I don't even want to
How did
necessarily
you read my mind, Hannah? Yes, that was what I was trying to say.
Oh,
Thank
perfect.
you.
There you go.
I do like that how I think it was mostly Joe driven on wanting to keep her relationship super private, specifically in the
Mhm.
later years. Maybe in the beginning, it was right during her reputation era with the Kim Kardashian stuff. I think privacy was like her safe haven at that time and it worked for her then. But I think the longer her and Joe were together, she probably missed that chaos a little bit that she I mean, remember
Yeah.
before Joe, there was a Taylor Swift headline every single week, and I think she kind of loves it in a way.
Well,
And
yeah.
I'm happy that she's able in this relationship to have that be public and, secret messages on stage and holding hands walking down the streets of New York or, like I'm happy that she has that cuz my guess is that she's been wanting something like that for a long time and being able to share her life with her fans, which she does so
Well,
well through her music, but she hasn't been able to do it outside of her music in a very long time.
I agree. And I mean, when you are somebody of her caliber, I mean, privacy is just not really a thing at that point. And unfortunately, that's just like the truth of it. You know, I mean, I'm surprised that she was even able to be as secretive and like as private as she was with Joe for years. I remember all the headlines. I remember all of the, like you said, Tom Hiddleston, Calvin Harris, Harry Styles, all of these guys. And then even for the last few years, I was like, I kind of thought to myself, I'm like, wow, we're hearing music and stuff, but I haven't heard much about her dating life. I knew about Joe at the beginning, and then I assumed that she just was taking a break. I didn't even know that she was still with him up until they broke up. So I just thought that that was very fascinating. So, maybe it will be better for her to have a public relationship. Like you said, she's so close with her fans and she knows that. It's like this
We're
synergy that
besties, me and
happens.
Taylor.
I love it. I love that. I think that's so cute. So, yeah. Any more thoughts on Taylor and the singer of the 1975, Matt
I mean,
Healy,
I'll
before
be
we move
keeping a
on?
close eye. I'll be keeping a
Like,
close eye, and I think my prediction is going to be right. By the time I go
mhm.
to the Eras Tour in August, Matt Healy will be just a faint memory.
You're not going to be seeing him in the VIP box over
Fingers
to your
crossed.
left.
Yeah.